Coming up next on Sledhead 24/7, discover new ways to customize and accessorize your Skidoo. Meet one of the world's greatest snowcross racers. All the way from Finland, the defending Pro Light champ of Amsoil Championship Snowcross powered by Ram, Aki Palaya. Jeff Fisher shares the latest news on how to create a one-of-a-kind Ram truck for snowmobile fun. For close to 3 decades, the snowcross season has kicked off at Spirit Mountain in Duluth, and we'll share the high-flying highlights. And celebrate the season with Little Miss Sunshine as her Arctic Cat dreams come true. Those stories and more next on Sledhead 24/7.
Let's see if we can get you guys stuck.
Welcome to another episode of Sledhead 24/7. I'm your host, Chelsea Skort, and joining me this week will be Jeff Fisher. We are here at Country Cat in Sauk Center, Minnesota. Now, Country Cat is filled with rich racing history and plenty of parts accessories for Jeff. Now, we're going to hear more about Country Cat later on, but today, Jeff, tell me what you're shopping for.
Oh, hey, I'm just getting some accessories for all our new sleds. This is my favorite time of year. We get to load our sleds up with all kinds of cool accessories. Check out this latest build. You know, I have our new Skidoo here. We're going to do our build, but to not be repetitious and do the same old stuff we do year after year, Steve, what can we do that's new from Skidoo?
Well, the good thing about that repetitious stuff is you keep wanting to do it so we know it works. So things like the link system, really a big hit overall. But we got a couple new accessories this year that I think you might really appreciate. One being an adjustable windshield. It's a really great idea that in the middle, start of the day, it's usually kind of cold in the morning, so you can run the windshield up high. Warms up during the middle of the day, you can lower that windshield. It's really an effective piece. There's been many takes on it in the past. This one I think is very solidly engineered.
Make sure when you're putting these on, watch the sides and don't pierce or rip the screens here for your intake. And remember, when you are doing this to an X model, the adjustable windshields, you'll need to buy the support plate as well as the side deflectors in order to use it on the X's. The other models, all you have to do is switch the windshield itself. With it adjusted all the way up, it's really nice to have the creature features of having a nice shield to be able to block the wind on a cold day. But when I don't need it, down it goes. Makes it a lot easier. So the adjustable windshield looks like that's going to work just great. What else can we do to enhance this thing?
Well, let's try an adjustable coupler block. What that's going to allow you to do then is adjust your coupling block at the back to maybe, let's say, a position number 1 where it's very uncoupled, so you've got a lot of ski lift when you want it. You hit the throttle, really easy to lift it up over the bumps. But then you say you get to a part of the trail where you know it's going to be a lot of turns, you can have that preset where you drop that back down, and now when you hit the gas, the throttle, or the sled won't lift up nearly as much.
You can go online and pull up the instructions, as well as there's templates you can print. So you can basically cut out the templates that you need to do for whatever accessory you're putting on. In this case, it's the rail for a 137. We'll lay that on there and drill it out. Yeah, I went through and laid out all the parts that we need for this accessory kit. One thing to remember with the adjustable coupler block, they make it for both 129 and 137. So they give you parts for both. So make sure you use the right cable and some of the right stoppers for the length track you have. With the coupler adjuster, you need to slide everything over on the bar. I just choose to take the brake master cylinder off. Makes it easier to get at the screws for the control block here. Slide it over, get this in place, and slide everything back onto it. There's a little bit of drilling you have to do for this kit. When you're deciding which templates to use, make sure you use the right ones. In this case, chassis XRS. We're on an XRS, that's the one we want to use. One quick note, always use the bolts that they give you. There's probably nothing wrong with your old fasteners, it's just they put new Loctite on there. You don't want things coming out. You know, the coupler block took a little bit of time to lay it out, get it set up and installed, but the end result is you're going to love it. Okay, Steve, we did the coupler block adjuster to enhance our ride. We put the windshield on to add some more comfort. Now all we need to do is put the link system on there, put our bags on, our gas can, whatever we want, right?
Yeah, you're pretty much good to go. And you know, if you want to learn some more about this stuff, skidoo.com, great place to start. Or go visit your dealer, one of the two. Take a look at what's available to customize the sled to fit you.
You know, it's really cool how Skidoo makes these products that are just plug and play, so easy to install.
And if you want to customize your sled just like Jeff and the gang, head on over to skidoo.com to learn more. Make sure you guys stay tuned. There's more Sledhead 24/7 to come right after this.
When Sledhead 24/7 returns, relive a simply amazing year. Aki Pelaaja went from Finland to America and along the way won a national championship. Find out how this Skidoo racer got to the top of the box. Jeff Fisher shares the latest news and information for truck lovers who want their Ram to be one of a kind. And we're heading to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to meet a generous 5-year-old who emptied her piggy bank for classmates. But wait till you find out about the good karma she also created.
Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by Amsoil, protect your weekend, by Polaris, Terrain Domination, Articat, share our passion, Skidoo Snowmobiles, what matters is what's next, and by Ram Trucks, proven to last.
Now the ISOC Snowcross Series is in full swing, and there's a lot of powerhouse riders out there, especially in the Pro Light division. One though that comes to mind for me, Jeff, is Aki Pelaaja.
Oh, Aki, he came to us last year, first year racing ISOC. Although his European resume was really good, nobody knew who he was. And he came and won the championship.
Yeah, it was quite a moment there in Geneva. So let's check in with Aki and the whole Boss Racing crew to see what's to come for this season.
He comes from the land of the Vikings, the Finnish Flash, Aki Pelaaja. He's the defending Pro Light champion on Amsoil Championship Snowcross powered by Ram. Aki's had quite a ride. In less than a year, he moved from Finland to America and quickly earned a reputation as a hard-riding racer who takes the best lines and powers through corners.
I just try to practice as much as my body takes, and maybe that's the key. I have to find good starts and setups for the sled also. So.
He's got a riding style that's very consistent. He's really good at finding new lines and always putting himself in the right position. If you don't get the best start or something happens on the line, he puts himself in the spot where he's in the top 3 right away. And he's you know, coming back. He's got a big target on his back this year, but I think he can defend his title and take another championship for sure.
On the track, the big strapping Finn is in tip-top shape and can take the pounding of modern snowcross.
Well, you have to be good fit.
Aki is the latest great Finnish racer, going back to the 1990s, and Snowmobile Hall of Famer Tony Heikkinen, the Flying Finn. Both Finnish racers were weaned on the big, wide cross-country style tracks in Europe.
Well, here the start is very important, and we have here long, short heats, and in Europe we have long heats, like 15 minutes. Here you have to get a good start to be on top of the position.
Aki joins the team of international snowcross racers at Boss Racing, a team that knows how to win.
On the track, he's focused, he dials in, he knows what lines he needs to take. He knows how to get into that first place position and how to hold it. Something that separates him from most riders out there.
There's a lot of things they do different that I'm like, what are you doing? And then vice versa. They ask, what am I doing? You know, like the foods we eat, our habits and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very nice to kind of get him into the American culture and have him go along pretty smooth. Like pancakes are dessert. I never would have thought that. We have that as a breakfast food. They eat that as more of a dessert.
Well, it's Canadian team, so I think Canada is almost like Europe, so I feel like home.
The lad from Finland seems ready to defend and extend his title.
Out of the turn, headed for the checkers. The Flames will play. Aki Polaya has won.
It's going to be a great season watching Aki, along with his teammates Ryan and Elias, and the whole Boss team. It's going to be exciting.
Make sure you guys stay tuned. There's more Sledhead 24/7 to come right after this.
When Sledhead 24/7 returns, get the Ram you want, and Jeff Fisher shows you how to do it. But first, here's today's Amsoil Tech Tip.
Hey, Len Groom from Amsoil here. We talk about power sports products quite a bit, and you know what? We have product for all your vehicles, including your diesel truck. When my diesel truck needs oil, I go to Amsoil. Why? Because it's the best. But that's not good enough for some people. They want to know why. The main reasons on this are better cold temperature performance. When I leave this diesel out in the cold, I know that it's going to start. Better protection for the turbos. Turbos run very hot. Amsoil's got you covered in any extreme condition that you put your diesel in. For more information, check out amsoil.com.
Welcome back to Sledhead 24/7. I'm your host, Chelsea Scorch, and joining me, Jeff Fisher. Jeff, we had a pretty good time getting out here today, didn't we?
Well, yeah, you got to remember, we're in our new Ram. Now, it's a very important tool for us. We have cameras, we have GoPros, we have lights, we got our crew, and you and I, and we got to make sure that we get taken care of and brought to our shoots properly.
Now, why don't you guys check out how we got here today?
There are many ways to buy a truck and get all the features you want for your perfect truck.
What's really cool about this truck is the heated seats. You know, when you get off the trail or you're in a location, you're kind of a little chilled. It sure is nice to be able to hop in here, hit the heated seats button, and you are warm.
So when we go on our trips to different shoots in different areas, I do a lot of reading. I might be putting on my makeup. And the nice thing about Ram is that the ride is super smooth. So I never have to worry about getting eyeliner in the middle of my forehead or missing a page in my book because of the bumpy ride. Rams are super smooth and it's just an all-around comfortable ride.
1-ton dually is my answer. 3/4 tons, they haul the weight. You can haul fifth wheels with a 3/4 ton, and you still want the big truck and drive around, don't want the big wider back end, then you want a 3/4 ton. And a 1/2 ton for a guy who wants a truck, maybe even use it as an everyday driver, but still wants to be able to haul something in the back of his truck. That's where that 1/2 ton comes in really nice.
There are also some really cool ways to research, customize, and build your perfect Ram. The Ram truck you've always wanted.
There's just so many different accessories, really cool. They got some different protection groups, some snow groups, convenience groups as far as for the cold weather with different plug-ins, block heaters, sport appearance group, which is what we really like to make it look a little more racy. My new Ram's even a good grocery getter.
Now, Ram Trucks never fails to disappoint. Make sure you guys go check out Ram Trucks online to build your own custom truck. So we're here today at Country Cat and I'm joined by PJ Wanderscheid. Now PJ, I love coming here because of the memorabilia and you have a ton of product on hand.
We do. As you can see, there's a ton of snowmobiles, ATVs, and golf carts on display and ready for you to take home, as well as a ton of accessories and clothing to go along with those machines.
Now for people that are maybe outside the Minnesota area, where can they find out more?
We got a huge online store. You can find it at countrycat.com.
So log in to countrycat.com to find all the parts, accessories you need for your Arctic Cat snowmobiles. This is Sledhead 24/7. We'll be back with more in just a second.
Still ahead, the feel-good holiday story about doing the right thing. But first, a recap of Amsoil Championship Snowcross powered by Ram.
In Pro Light, Travis Kern aboard an Arctic Cat pulled the stud boy hold shot with Norwegian racer and Arctic Cat teammate Martin Mullen in close pursuit. Defending champion Aki Polaya ran hard, but Saturday night in Pro Light, it belonged to 22-year-old factory Arctic Cat pilot Travis Kern from Aiken, Minnesota. Pro Final, Tucker Hibbert, the 10-time National Snowcross champ, is hard-riding proof that age is simply a number. The T-Train patiently waited and then pounced, taking first place as he chugged to the checkers for the win. In the Pro Light Final, 15 of the best lined up for one of the most anticipated races of the weekend. Daniel Benham Jr. on an Arctic Cat took the whole shot and never looked back. The battle back in the pack was intense as defending champion Aki Polaya, Martin Mullen in close pursuit. But on this day, the double checkers went to Daniel Benham Jr. In the final race of the weekend, the pro class went green. Adam Renheim grabbed the stud boy hold shot, but Tucker Hibbert picked up where he left off. And once again, T-Train put on a seminar in racing domination. Tucker has raced the track at Spirit Mountain for more than a decade, and that time in the saddle led to this back-to-back victory. Here he is, taking two in a row. Tucker Hibbert winning round two here in...
Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by Amsoil, protect your weekend. By FXR, world-class outerwear. By Stud Boy, traction with an attitude. Ziegler Cat, exceptional service, backing the best equipment. And by U.S. Air Force, aim high.
Welcome back to Sledhead 24/7, your show about everything snowmobile. I'm your host, Chelsea Scorch, and Jeff, it looks like you found a sled more your speed.
Well, not my speed, but a little friend of ours called Sunshine.
Now in the next story, you're gonna meet our friend Sunshine, and she has a great story to tell. She shows you that kindness counts, and that it comes with reward.
This has all the elements of a great holiday story. Imagine the joy of receiving a brand new Arctic Cat ZR120 as a gift. And what if that cat was given to you because of a really, really good deed that you were a part of? If you like to celebrate the season, then get ready for the story of Little Miss Sunshine. Sunshine is her name, and the 5-year-old from the UP of Michigan was diligently saving to buy her very own Arctic Cat.
I watched her as she lined up all of her pennies, her nickels, her dimes, her quarters, her dollar bills went into a pile, and just watched. Well, then she put them all in we put them all together, and then she put that money into a baggie.
But the generous 5-year-old emptied her piggy bank to help buy milk for her classmates who couldn't afford it at Birchview Elementary School.
And it's like, what are you doing with that? And she says, I'm taking it to school. Why? And she says, for milk. And I told her, no, you get milk. Your milk money is already paid. You don't need to take any more money to school for milk. And that's when she said to me, well, my friend, her mom doesn't have milk money and I do.
Soon, the word of Sunshine's good deed was picked up by the local and national media.
The little girl who raised thousands of dollars for milk money receiving national attention is tonight getting rewarded for her kindness. 5-year-old Sunshine Olkey received an Arctic Cat snowmobile.
And the folks at Arctic Cat also stepped in to do the right thing.
Snowmobile.
In the form of a brand new ZR120.
We just thought it was amazing that, number one, someone that young is into snowmobiling, which the youth is the future of it, so it's good to see, you know.
You know, Sunshine's friends, they're all included. I think Arctic Cat did a wonderful thing here in coming to this school. You know, Arctic Cat with all the hats, that's probably going to be a highlight for her.
I think we're all happy when we see other people happy. And this is an event where we saw 300 elementary students and they all had a smile on their face.
Like, it came with snowball, it didn't, I just loved it.
All the brown cows make chocolate milk.
Oh gosh.
You didn't know that? I mean, you couldn't make up a story like this. This girl is very incredible. Meeting her today, they couldn't name her any better. We're in the UP of Michigan, they get a couple 100 inches of snow every year, and they also have sunshine 365 days a year. It's unbelievable.
If you celebrate the holiday season and good karma, then stand and cheer for Little Miss Sunshine.
Thank you, Articat.
You know what, Chelsea? If that doesn't warm your heart, nothing will.
Sunshine is a great role model to us all. Now that's all the time we have for this week's episode of Sledhead 24/7. We want to give a big thank you to Country Cat for having us out this week. Make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Who knows, you might ride with us this season. I'm your host, Chelsea Scorch, and from all of us here at Sledhead 24/7, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the snow.